Hey everybody, it's Subs Designs here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a digital scrapbook, or like or a cover to a digital scrapbook, whatever you guys want to call it. So what I did here is I just, if you don't know how to make a nice colored texture like this one here or any of these ones here, I have a tutorial. You just gotta go to my channel and then click on tutorials, and it'll be underneath there. It'll be called text tutorial. So you just gotta watch that, and then it'll also show you how to add these cool whatever you want to call it, I guess a pattern on the texture. So yeah, this is what mine looked like. I did this one about 6 months ago for actually a school project, so I'm just teaching you guys how to do this kind of stuff too. So you know, I got some pictures of me playing hockey from last season, almost a year ago. These pictures are taken. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a new document. We're just going to go down here, drop down, and we're going to go to US paper, so it's just pretty standard size. I'm going to be pressing Control and then 0, just so I can get a better view of everything and all that kind of stuff. So then what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to, so that's one, I don't want that one. I guess I'll just close these images for now because I'll be opening them back up anyways in a little bit. So I'm going to be going to this window here, and then just go to that separate one, and then I'm just going to close this one because no, I don't want to, and then now I'm going to do that again, so then I can just going to grab my move tool, and I'm just going to click and drag that over to here. Okay, and then I'm also going to go back to here, and I'm just going to click and drag that hue and saturation layer, so then that's good there too. So I'm just going to back up here, so it's one document again. Okay, good. Now that I think about it, I'm actually going to want to save this as just as a JPEG. Okay, JPEG, that way I'll be able to make multiple things with it. So then I'm just going to actually open up that JPEG, because I just thought of that now. I'm going to be having some troubles with that in a little bit, so it'll be easier to just have a JPEG of it. So I'm just going to be closing this one. And I'm just going to actually click in, well, first of all, delete this stuff, because that's what's going to be screwing me up, because a hue and saturation layer, if I want to add like another color to my texture, it won't work, because the way hue and saturation layers work, it just won't work at all. So I'm just going to click and drag that one over into my other new document here. Okay, so I did that, and I got this. Then I'm going to add another little box here, just kind of in the background. I'm going to make it like a blue color. So I'm actually going to need to open up that texture layer. I know this is going to be a lot of opening and closing, just different documents, just to, you know, help you out. I'm just going to hide that. So I'm going to change this to a nice kind of blue, or yeah, blue kind of color. Might need to play around with the hue, the brightness, and all that kind of stuff. That looks pretty good. I'm going to just save that as a JPEG as well, so that I can bring that into my Photoshop document. Texture 2, I'm going to name that. Okay. Now I'm going to open up that JPEG. Texture to JPEG. Okay, so I have that open. I'm going to just drag that into this first document here. And then there. Now I have these two. I'm just going to drag this down in size a bit. Bring it down to the corner. Something like that. So then that's what it looks like right now. I'm actually going to probably add a bevel to it. Let's see how that looks. Maybe just a bit of a softer one. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I have that there. And then I had 3 different pictures here, and behind them I had another texture. So of course I'm going to go back to my texture PSD here. And I'm going to change the color once again. I'm going to change it to probably a red color. I'm going to just dull that up a bit, because you don't want them to be too bright. Well, it actually really just depends on your personal preference, but I find that if you work with dull colors using colorized texture, it just looks a lot better. So I'm just going to rename this again. Texture 3. Okay. So I'm going to go and open up my texture 3. Whoops, can't spell. There you guys go. So I have this open, and once again, just drag that into our document here. And I'm going to go to my layers here, drag it up to the top layer. And I'm just going to resize that just a bit smaller for now. It doesn't have to be the exact size right now, but it's pretty good. So now I'm going to just close everything here. No, don't want to save that. It's okay. Okay. So then now I'm going to go and I'm going to grab my photos here that I have. I just named them all like Hockey 1, Hockey 2, Hockey 3. And they're just pictures of the Canadian Olympic team. So I'm going to open up my first picture here. I'm going to find out around where I want it. I'm going to put it kind of like this. And then I'm just going to click and drag that into my Photoshop document. And as you can see, it's kind of small. I actually think, whoops, I accidentally caps lock. It's not the greatest quality, but it's pretty good for right now. Try and center it on there. Actually, I'm gonna make this just a bit smaller so I'll be able to fit all 3 images. And then I'm gonna hit OK. Gonna resize this one just so then it has a bit of a border kind of going around it. So yeah. There we go. Okay, so I'm also gonna add a nice bevel to this one here. Bevels always make things look nice. So that's what it looks like right now. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna add another picture. So I'm just gonna go to this layer 3 here with my red texture. I'm gonna press Ctrl J, and then I'm just gonna move that off over here. I'm going to open up my next picture. Sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to drag that into the Photoshop document. Now this one, I'm going to put, well, let's look at my other one, see where I kind of place them. Just going to go find them for you guys, sorry. Okay, so I got one there, one there, one there. So because most of my pictures are going this way, like landscape, not so much portrait. I'm gonna have to kind of rearrange it. I'm gonna keep one right here. Gonna put one, right across the middle, and then I actually might have to go find a different picture. I don't know yet though. Because I got 2 across ones. I might get rid of this one here where Longo's getting scored on just to make things easier. So I'm going to make Longo the one him getting scored on. I'm just going to make that my big one down here. So I'm going to position that. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my picture layer there and I'm going to just do the same thing I did before. Once again, the quality of these pictures are not the greatest, just because they're small resolution right now. But if you do, you probably would be getting better quality pictures. It's just kind of what I got for the moment. So yeah, I'm just gonna add a nice bevel. So there's what we got so far. Now that I think about it, I'm probably even gonna have to make this one even a bit smaller. I'm just gonna move it to the side here just a bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab the picture again. First of all, I gotta hit enter. And then I'm just gonna size this up again. Okie dokie. So then we got those 2 pictures there, and then I'm gonna bring in my 3rd and final image for this tutorial. It's gonna be in my library here. Okay. So as you can see, this one actually got good quality. It's kind of cool, the pucks blurred out. I think that's a really cool action shot of Luongo there, making a save at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. So I really like this picture. So I'm just going to drag that into that Photoshop document. It's going to be quite big. Whoops, didn't mean to move that one. Control Z or Z, whatever. And oh, that's my problem there. I got to drag this layer all the way up to the top, because what I did there is it was at the bottom, so you couldn't see it. So you might have gotten confused. It's just at the bottom. No need to panic or freak out. So yeah, I'm just going to position this one something like that. Bring it down in size a bit. Bring it up just a tad. Because you don't want them to be all in a line, and it doesn't really look that good. Especially when you're trying to make things look good. So I'm going to press Control J again. And whoops, I'm just going to bring that up over here. Whoops, wrong picture, blah, again. Now I'm just going to resize this here. I'm always like making it a bit smaller just so that I can work with it easier. Okay, so I'm going to move this over just to the side a tad. Actually, I'm going to leave it on the edge there. Okay, and I'm just going to make this picture here, just bring it down a tad. Perfect. So as you guys can see here, actually, first of all, I'm going to add a bevel to this again. Okay. So as you guys can see here, I got my 3 pictures here, just like I did in this one. Except I don't have this sick text up here. So to add that text here, I'm just going to, I'm just adding a nice bevel to that too. I'm going to grab my text tool, and I'm just going to click up here. And whatever your theme is, I chose hockey, of course, as you guys can tell. It just kind of make one whatever you're into. It's just really to learn how to, you know, make different things. They all come in handy. So yeah, I'm just going to name this one hockey. And of course it's at the bottom, so just press this check mark for now, and I'm going to drag it all the way up to the very top. So I'm just going to bring it over here. I'm going to change the size. I'm going to bring my text tool back by pressing T on the keyboard. I'm going to bump it up to maybe 125. Yep, that looks like a good size. I'm going to press V on my keyboard to bring my move tool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drag this. Sounds funny. I'm going to drag it to the bottom here. I'm going to click on that layer, my text layer, holding down shift, and I'm going to click on my background layer. Then it'll say align, and I'm just going to align vertical center, and then I'm going to go align horizontal center. Actually, I don't want to do horizontal center, but I did already. So I'm just going to hold shift. Whoops, of course, it's just being screwy right now. So I'm just going to unclick that. Oh my gosh, there we go. So I'm bringing it all the way up to the top again. And I'm just going to hold on shift so it doesn't move at all. And I'm going to position it. Actually, even though I bumped it up already once, I'm going to bump it up once again to 150. That looks perfect, just because it's always good to have a nice big size font there. So once again, drag it down, yada yada. Gonna just align it again, just because I'm very picky about that. It's always good to be picky about that, though. Especially when you're trying to make things look good. You always want them, you know, to be aligned perfectly. Especially if it's a title for something you're working on for a project, say even in school. You really want it to be nice and good for your teachers. They really like it. I know my teachers did. So there, I got my text there. And then you can kind of add some different effects. See, I chose purple, but just because it looked good with this, it kind of added some nice contrast. So maybe I'll choose a red. So I'm going to add a nice bevel to my text here. Actually, might even add a bigger bevel to it. Yep, that looks better. So I'm going to go in here. Neon, no, maybe plastic. I think that's what I used last time, even though it was just plastic. And then I kind of added it. But that one, it looks too shiny. So, chrome maybe might work. No, chrome doesn't look good. It doesn't, the colors don't really look that good. So I'm actually gonna add a drop shadow here. Just a small one. And then I'm going to go and add, oh, I don't want an inner shadow. I'm just gonna find something that looks good. Try not to take too much more time for you guys here, so you guys can make yours look good too. Red. No, it doesn't look good. Maybe even a blue, actually. You know what? A blue might work, just for now. Well, that blue won't work. Looks hideous. Yeah, I'm gonna just use the blue because it looked the best out of all of them. Gonna make sure my job shadow's looking good. That's too much of a job shadow, actually. Okay, so that is how you make a digital scrapbook. So yeah, it's a bit of a difference here. It's just I use different effects for my text and that. And actually, well, before I forget here, I just want to show you guys how to make sure how you can add a kind of pattern to your there, to your texture. So that's this one right here. I'm gonna grab my paintbrush tool, and if you don't know how to make a pattern and use it, you can go and watch another one of my tutorials. I have down in my tutorial section. So I added that to there, and as you guys can see here, I have my texture here. So yeah, that is how you guys make a digital scrapbook in Adobe Elements Photoshop 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day.